RK here with VPX Baseball, and today's video I'm going to talk to you about how to be proportionate in your separation, right? This is something that is not talked about very much, but at the top levels of the game, you're going to find real quick being proportionate not only with your separation but movement planes is very important in hitting, pitching, fielding, and any athletic movements that you're trying to accomplish, right? The reason why it's really important is you're trying to create balanced force. Balanced force is simple, right? Balanced force is like tug of war. I've got this side going and then I got this side going, which creates two equal and opposite forces that are counteracting each other to create some balance. And then when one goes, this explodes. So think about this. If I'm gonna load, right, and create that balanced force, bam, and then when I release it, it explodes. As a pitcher, right, same thing. I'm gonna land, create balanced force because I got energy going this way, which pushes me back, boom, and then when it's released, when the hips open up, then it explodes, right? Pretty simple explanation for it, but you can do all your research on it, but balanced force is really important, and the key cornerstone to that balanced force is being proportionate in your movements, right? So how do we create balanced force, or more importantly, be proportionate in our separation, okay? So I'm gonna take you over here and kind of talk you through that. So we're gonna start here on the sideways view, okay? Now I'm a former major league pitcher, and most of you, and I say it all the time, most people are like, you can't teach hitting, or you don't know hitting, and I have to laugh because again, I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of at-bats from a big league mound. I also train at the pro big league level, at the major college Division I level, and I do more hitting at times than I do pitching because I had to know hitters, and I had to know you so well on all the tendencies and the things you do in order to stay one step ahead so that I don't give you the pitch that you're looking for in my next frame. Because that's the way that I keep my bases empty and put W's in the win column, right? So bottom line is this: balanced force is really simple, or being proportionate in it is simple, right? And with this video, we're just going to deal with your separation, okay? So separation is obviously having separation, right? Hands go back, front foot go, and hip go forward, okay? That's separation. The bigger the separation, the more potential I can do damage with, because I'm going to slot earlier, launch. I'm gonna match launch angle earlier. My barrel's gonna get in the zone earlier and stay there longer. This guy here is probably going to get weeded out at some point of the game when the velocity gets higher and us pitchers can command and have more wrinkles behind it. Not saying you can't hit like this as a cage bomber, but as the game gets quicker, stronger, faster, it becomes really hard to be able to do that, right? You have to rely a lot on luck, on your approach, and too many things. You just have to do too many things compared to this guy. This is why you see this guy at the big league level or at the major Division I level all the time, okay? So what is proportionate in this? Proportionate is simple. My hand move back means to be the same movement or be proportionate with my back hip move, right? With how far I go forward, bam. That's it right there, okay? Now, being unproportionate would be small to big, or be big to small, right? So again, small hand move, big hip move, which is gonna cause you to go this way, which is gonna cause you to flatten and wrap, as you can see. That looks balanced, because at the end of the day, everybody, what are we really trying to accomplish here with our swing? We're trying to command the barrel. If I can command the barrel in my stance, in my loadout, in my rotation and linear drive and rotation, I'm commanding it the entire time, I'm gonna have the best opportunity to have a commanding swing and put good wood on the ball and put in a quality at bat. Pretty basic stuff, but at the end of the day, again, right? If I'm short on my hand move, but long on my hip move and my separation, I can't stay inside the pitch. I can't keep my hands in. I can't barrel manipulate, because the energy flow is gonna go sideways. It's just the way it goes. Even if I stay linear on it, on my hips, okay? Where is everything gonna go? my energy is already at the max because I can't keep going farther. That's just incorrect. That's not athletic, right? Now granted, technically speaking, yeah, I can just keep moving, but that's just not hitting, right? We're not being realistic there. So if I'm short on the top and long on the bottom, being disproportionate, you can see what is balance, what's going to command the barrel, right? What's going to command the barrel is me moving sideways. This feels balanced right now. This feels balanced, okay? And you see this all the time at the youth level. You see this all the time on bat swings on TV, right? At the big league level. You see this with hitters who are struggling or are not good hitters. They fly open early, right? One of the big causes of that is not being proportionate, okay? It gets you out of balance, on goes the story. The other way, let's do it vice versa here, okay? Vice versa. Big hand move, short. Now what am I gonna do? I can't stay inside the ball because what's balanced right now? What feels balanced is pushing my hands out, okay? Now I can keep them in here and stay linear, but now I've got to actually swing, and it's gonna be this. I'm gonna be dragging the barrel through the zone, dragging my hips, on goes the story. So either way you look at it, whether I am short and long or long and short, the effect of that, and this is according to Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion, which you can look them up, right? Equal and opposites, and for every movement this way, energy load, there has to be another one, balance force, on goes the story. I'm not going to get into it here, but look it up. You'll see that the next move has to be an opposite movement plane for the energy to dissipate. Where is it going to go? Opposite would be this one, okay? Because you are releasing it too early, okay? So if we put this into layman's terms, it actually showed you some stuff here. I don't even know if that's layman's terms, but basically got onto the field here, okay? Let's go with this pitch. Everybody's like, oh, you gotta have it here. Check out our other videos and we'll explain why that we don't on this pitch right here, okay? This is the pitch that most big league hitters want, that out over the plate. Maybe not necessarily right on the black, but we'll go right here, okay? Out over the plate, up, okay? So from this position right here, if I'm not proportionate, I'm gonna go small hand move, okay? And long hip move, okay? I basically have to stay inside and then push the barrel out, okay? Again, I'm gonna go small hand move, big hip move. I'm gonna have to, in order to hit this, either get outside and bring the barrel back in, or I have to stay really in and then push, and I cannot barrel manipulate. So I'm gonna create barrel lag to barrel drag, which is not what we want, okay? We want slow motion, stay inside it, right? I'm feeling good, but I can't, I know I'm not gonna be able to get there, right? So I have to be here and then I gotta push, and I really can't barrel manipulate and get that good barrel exit velocity that powers the baseball out into the outfield. Can you hit the baseball? Of course. Could you get a base hit this way? Yeah. But you're just not going to be able to consistently drive this pitch and do damage. Okay? Now here's the other one. If I've got long hands and small, lower half, and I'm disproportionate, the only way that I'm going to be able to hit that is to get out and around, because I'm already casting. That's what's going to be balanced. That's what's going to control the weight of the barrel of the ball. Okay? So if it looked like this, short. Now I can pull that and get around, but a lot of times I'm going to roll over that, put some good wood on it, but I'm going to roll over it. Okay? Now if I stayed inside of it more, right, big hand move short, I can't. It's going to be off the end. That's how I'm going to be, ultimately, if I'm going to command the barrel, meaning have it balanced and not try to do too much with my swing, especially when I'm trying to compete here, I'm not going to be able to. It's going to be that way. It's going to be long, short, and then the only way, if I stay inside, it's too hard, okay? But being balanced, hands, boom, balance, where I'm creating balance force and I feel balanced, okay? That was pretty small, my separation, that's why I rolled on that outside. But if I do it right, we're gonna do it right here. Good separation, good balance force, boom, it's all proportionate. Now I can barrel manipulate and be very successful at what I do. Let's pull you on the backside here. Balance force is very important. And I can tell you this, right? Many ways to hit, many ways to swing. A lot of people across the entire world that do tremendous things, but I can tell you that you can't refute scientific theorem. Not theory, but theorem. And theorem basically says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? You can't refute that. So if we put that in baseball terms, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. There's another law from Newton that says basically if there is disproportions, energy is going to find the least path of resistance, and at that point, if we go baseball terms, short, long, the least path of the resistance is not forward, it's going to be side. If I go long, short, same thing, it'll be side, right? So I'm just dealing in science, that's basically it. I've got my harness on, okay? Our VPX Baseball Harness, it's used at the top levels of the game. Some of the biggest guys in the game use it. Softball the same way. And the reason why is because it takes all this verbiage that you're hearing on this video, or all the verbiage that you're hearing that you're really trying to accomplish with staying strong, linear, rotational, being balanced, proportionate, all those things you're trying to accomplish with your barrel. And it puts that motor patterning into your, or that information into your motor patterning, okay? If I'm disproportionate, right, long, short, it pulls my back, the bungees are pulling my back heel off the ground, or I have to really resist. I'm feeling the resistance, which tells me there's a movement breakdown within the energy load, okay? I don't want it to pull my back heel off the ground. I want it to feel to where if I'm balanced and I'm sitting into my back side so I can grind into this, I'm not feeling these. I'm not feeling them at all. I can keep my heel into the ground. If I'm long and short, okay, which is unbalanced, it's already, I can feel it pulling. But again, so short, and long, my heel's already up. We already know that I have to wrap on that. We already know that, right? If we did this so you can see the actual swing and the barrel path, right? I'll just go regular speed so you can kind of watch on this, okay? Everything's good. I'm going to be short and long with my hip move. Short hands, long hip move. Okay? That's basically what I'm going to be able to do with that. If I tried to pull it, I'd probably break my back, okay? Now I'm going to go long hands, short hip move. Long, short, okay? Being disproportionate. You really can't get to it. I have to reach to get to that pitch, okay? Granted, will I be able to hit that? Yeah. If I weigh down on the line, yeah. But I'm reducing my plate coverage, right? Which is not what we want, okay? Now, if I got proportionate here, and I'm just gonna go slow first, proportionate, that feels pretty proportionate, my heel's still in the ground. That's good wood on the baseball, okay? It's real good wood. Let's do it one last time and I'll put it all together, being proportionate for you here. Here it is, okay? Really simple. Just think about staying proportionate with your hands and your hips, right? And making sure that they separate properly, but they are creating balanced force. If you feel any imbalances in there, then obviously you've got to kind of correct that, because what it's going to do is cause you to cast and prematurely rotate. Thanks for watching. We got a lot of videos here on our YouTube channel, and check out our website at veloprobaseball.com. We've got a full line of stuff for you to make yourself better.